Have you ever been pulled over by the police and you have no idea what to do, what to say, or most importantly, how to stay safe during that police encounter? I know that there are a lot of people out there getting a lot of conflicting information about how to conduct yourself during a police encounter. And so I am criminal defense attorney Hannah Akintoye. What I'm going to do is share with you my top 3 tips for making sure that you stay safe next time you're pulled over by the police. So here we go. Number 1 is whenever you're pulled over by the police in your car, whatever you do, just make sure that you have your hands in a place that is visible. Now, I typically suggest that you have your hands on the steering wheel, because what you may not notice is that when a police officer approaches you, they never get to the driver's side door. They always stand by the rear passenger door behind the driver. And that's for various police officer safety reasons. And so oftentimes you're going to be in a situation where your head is kind of tilted in a very awkward manner to talk to a police officer. And so the one thing that they can see is your steering wheel. And so if you have your hands on the steering wheel, it avoids any misunderstanding about where your hands went or where they could have been. Number 2, make sure that you announce and ask the officer before you do anything. Now, the problem with police encounters is that they're always asking you to do something. Where's your license? Where's your registration? And that requires that you move. And this is where the typical misunderstandings happen. Well, I didn't know where he was reaching. I didn't know where she was reaching. Oh, I thought that this was happening. And what you don't want to do is you don't want to be the product of a misunderstanding. And so typically what I say is if they ask for your license and your registration and you know that that's in the glove compartment, you say, sir or ma'am, I am going to go and reach into my glove compartment to get my license and my registration. Is that okay? And that means that you're waiting for a response from them. Lets you know that they heard you and they know exactly what you're going to do. And so they shouldn't be surprised when you reach into your glove compartment and you grab whatever it is that they asked you to grab. Number 3, avoid any type of unnecessary movements or fast or quick movements. Now, this is something that you're going to want to do before and after the officer approaches your vehicle. Before the officer approaches your vehicle, they are typically watching you and observing you to see if you're going to do anything or reach anywhere. And so this is where it gets a little bit tricky, in that if you know that the officer stopped you and they're going to, of course, ask for your license and your registration. Now, let's say you go into your passenger side and you go into the glove compartment and you pull your license and your registration. Well, when the officer approaches and let's say you have some type of sudden movement, what could happen is they may say, well, I saw before I approached the vehicle that this person reached into their glove compartment and I'm not sure what they pulled out of there. And in all honesty, the officer can't see that, right? And so to avoid any misunderstanding whatsoever, you can wait until they get to your vehicle and then announce what you're going to do. But whatever you do, don't make any sudden movements, because they are observing you while you're in your car before they approach. And they're also observing you afterwards, right? And a lot of the times, they just want to make sure that you are not pulling out any weapons. Most people are not going to have weapons, right? But unfortunately, they treat everybody as a suspect. And I want to make sure that you're not treated as a suspect for something as minor as a traffic violation. So I hope that's helpful to you. If you have any friends or family members that you know get pulled over often, this is great information to share with them to ensure that they stay safe if or when they are pulled over next time. I hope you guys stay safe out there and take care.